Hello everyone, welcome to this example video tutorial. We'll look into an example now to implement the logical operators. So first, before implementing the logical operators, we'll go through the problem statement that is what is asked us to do, and then we'll write the program in nested if else, and then we'll discuss the disadvantages of nested if else compared to logical operators, and then we'll write the same program using the logical operators. So here it is, the example, it says that marks obtained by a student in 5 different subjects are input through the keyboard. The student gets a division as per the following rules. So if the percentage is above or equal to 60, then he gets first division. If the percentage between 50 and 59, then he gets second division. If the percentage between 40 and 49, then he gets third division. And if the percentage is less than 40, then the student fails. So, now write a program to calculate the division obtained by a student. So we'll directly jump into this particular program, which is used, by nested if and else. Okay, so here I have written the program. Now, as you can see, what I did is, I declared 5 variables m1 to m5, the integer variables. These are to store the 5 different marks, and one variable percentage to store the percentage. Okay, so I have asked user to enter 5 subjects marks, and then I am using 5 instead of using 5 different scanf statement, I have used all the 5 variables into one scanf statement. So you can write the scanf statement by doing this also. So in the next statement, what I did is I have calculated the percentage. So percentage is nothing but the summation of your all 5 marks divided by 5. Okay, then I am printing the percentage that I have got, and then I am building the logic. So what I did is, if the percentage is greater than equal to 60, then it's a first division. Else, okay, so if the percentage is greater than is equal to 50, then he is a second division. Else, if the percentage is greater than equal to 40, then third division. Else, the student fails, and then it ends the program with this closing bracket for this else and this closing bracket for this else, and then it ends the program. So let's build it. So build is completed. So now let's run it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'll be entering 5 marks for 5 different subjects. So let me enter something like this: 40, 50, okay, then 60, then 70, and then let's say another 60. Okay, so you see the calculated percentage is 56. Okay, and since he got 56, which is less than 60 but greater than equal to 50, so that is why he is a second division student. The marks obtained by him is second division. So basically you can see, you can try this program at your end with different marks. So if you write this program, and let's say he is a very poor student, he got a very poor marks. So normally like 20, 30, then 10, then 20 and 10. So you see that his percentage is 18, so that's why he fails. The student fails. Okay, so you can try this thing, but my motto is to show you the another version of the same program using the logical operators. Okay, so let's go into that program which shows the logical operator part. So up to this thing, the program is same. We are taking the input, and then we are calculating the percentage, then we are printing the percentage. Okay, so up to this part, line number 12, we are doing exactly the same thing what we did in our other program. But now what we'll do is, instead of writing the nested if else, because as you can see, the nested if else has little disadvantage, because the more, if you look into the previous program, if you you see this indentation, this if is part of this else, and also there is one more if which is part of this else. So the more the condition in your program grows, if you have more if and else, and basically a nested if and else, which sometimes makes the readability of your code difficult. So that is why if you can use the logical operator instead of this nested if else, it will be better to understand what you are trying to do here. So now coming into this, so this condition we know that if it is greater than or equal to 60, then is a first division. Okay, then another if condition we have written which says that if your percentage is greater than or equal to 50 and percentage is less than 60. Okay, see this and condition. So in this case it will be a second division. So we know that to get a second division marks, the number has to be between 50 and 59, which is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60. Similarly, to get a third division, it has to be greater than or equal to 40, and look at this and condition, and percentage is less than 50. Okay, so this is how the things are written. So don't get confused with this bracket. You can write your program without bracket also, not a problem at all. Okay, so if you write something like this is also perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm just giving you, so don't get confused with the brackets. Okay, so if you write your program like this, you are also fine. And the fourth if, which is saying me that if the percentage is less than 40, then it's fail. So let's run our program. Let's first save it. Okay, and then we'll run our program after the building it. So it's build completed. Now we'll run it. So let's enter a mark something like 50, then 40, then 30, then another 50, then another 60. Okay, so you got a percentage of 46. So 46 means third division. You know that. So how when the percentage is 46, then what is happening over here? Let's discuss that. So let's see what happens when the part is 46. Okay, so 46 is greater than or equal to 60, which is false, right? So it will not come into this if. So this particular statement again we are evaluating. This is another if. So your 46 is greater than or equal to 50. So this is false, right? And part is less than 60, which is true. But remember, the false and true will give me a final result of false. So that is why this if condition is also false. That is the final result of this if. So it will not come into this if block. So now it will come into this particular if block. So part is greater than or equal to 40, which is true. Then and part is less than 50, which is also true. So we know that true and true gives me true. Remember the other video, the previous video tutorials, the logic table. So this will give me a true. So that is why the final verdict on this if condition is true. Since it is true, it will come inside this particular statement, which is third division, and that is why this got printed. And then again it will come into this if, and of course 46 less than 40 is false, so it will not come to this particular printf statement, and your program ends. So that is why this third division is got printed in this scenario. Okay, so this is how the things are actually happening. So remember the be yourself as a compiler and see how the things are actually working. So what we did is over here for the first condition, we saw that this is false, but this condition is true, but anything false and true is false based on the logic table. So that is why the final condition is false. So that is why this will not come into here. It will not. But here both the condition this and this is true. So that is why true and true is true. So the final verdict of this if statement is true. So that is why it will always come to this particular if statement when the part is 46. Similarly, you can try at your own that what is the different values, what are the different values. Try different entering marks, get the percentage differently, and you'll see that it's sometimes it will be first division, second division based on the condition. Okay, thank you for watching this video.